Hello my friends, this is Karina from KarinaWisdom.com and I'm back with day 38 of the journey. Wow, we are almost 40% of the way there. Can you believe it? Yes, I know. Time has just been speeding along really fast. That's the same conversation I had with my accountability partner today, that time has just been going by so quickly and it passes that fast, especially when you're so focused and you're taking consistent action and you're just going out there every day and making it happen. So how am I feeling? Well, that's a good question. I'm feeling pretty good about how things are going at the moment. And I really dived into the research. And let me just tell you, as you know from my conversation yesterday, that this research thing is not up my alley. However, I had to face it head on. I looked at it as the elephant in the room, and I intended to take that elephant down first thing. So within the first 40 minutes of me sitting down at my desk, after I used a little bit of avoidance techniques by checking out emails and checking out statistics and all of that, yeah, I call it avoidance. Some might call it white noise. I decided that that's enough. After the first 40 minutes, let's just do this. So I dived into it, and I usually use my timer to help me with my focus sessions, and I have my focus sessions set up 40 minutes. 40 minutes is usually the time before my brain starts wandering and I start thinking about other things whenever I'm doing focused work. And yeah, with research, it's a lot shorter. With research, I found my brain wandering at about 26 minutes in. So then I reset my timer to make it 20-minute focus sessions when I'm doing research. And that worked pretty well. I found that I actually was able to stay focused on the research for 20 minutes at a time. I took a 7-minute break in between each focus session. Now, I learned some things, although, as I mentioned before, this is not my fave thing to do. I got it out of the way first. Well, kind of first. And I had to keep on reminding myself of the importance of research. I actually have this written down on my desk in front of me. It's a quote. It says, "The business that wins is a business that understands their customer better than anyone else." Let me read it again. The business that wins is a business that understands their customer better than anyone else. So that's what I'm doing now with the research. I am understanding my customer better than anyone else. First stop was actually Amazon.com. Hey, Amazon.com is like one of the biggest sellers of products out there online. Not one of, they're like the biggest. That's it. Everything is on Amazon. So I went to Amazon.com, I went to their bestseller section to see what people are really focused on. And I saw quite a few business books because the whole concept is building a business via a blogging platform. And so what I noticed was people are focused on business, they're focused on creating habits, and they were focused on mindset. And that's kind of like 2/3 of what I'm doing, mindset and business. And then I had to drill down further. So now I'm going through the reviews. And why am I reading the reviews? Well, when you're doing research, you really want to get the language of your audience. So First I was reading the positive reviews and I'm like, well, you know what? I really don't want the positive reviews. I want the negative reviews. I want the reviews that are causing pain to people, because you either associate with people through pain or through gain. What they want to gain or the pain, whichever way. So I said, all right, I'm going to start with a less than positive reviews and work my way up. So I'm looking at the reviews that are all 1 points. The one thing with 1 point reviews, they're usually complaints about shipping or formatting of the book on their e-reader and all of that. So I had to wade through all of that to get to the good stuff. So I'm still in Amazon looking through reviews, looking for the language that people are using, that they're speaking as a part of my research. Now, for today's message, we're going to be looking at the importance of keeping your eyes on your goals. And this is actually from another quote. Last night, I was looking at a video clip with Arsenio Hall interviewing Cat Williams. He's a comedian, and he just made a comeback. He actually made 2 points which really caught my attention. I'm going to share both of them with you right now. The first one is, when driving for, and I paraphrase this, when driving for success, building momentum, when you take your eyes off the goal for a second, you crash into a tree. When you're taking massive, consistent action, and you're building that momentum, you need to keep your eye on the goal. You need to keep focused on what you're actually creating in your life. Because once you take your eyes off that goal, you lose it. You crash into a tree, you get distracted, you get sidetracked, life happens, you allow life happens, because really nothing happens to you unless you allow it. So you need to do whatever you need to do to stay focused on your goal. Keep it continually at the forefront of your mind. Like, I write my goals twice a day, when I get up out of bed in the morning and just before I go to bed. Remember, what you focus on expands. Every morning I also visualize my success as complete. And once a day I take my goal and I repeat it as a mantra for a few minutes. Pretty much you have to almost gain an obsessive-like mentality towards your goal. And this is actually one of the things that was suggested in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, to have that obsessive mindset when it comes to achieving your goal. It needs to be like all you eat, all you sleep, all you breathe. Think about an Olympic athlete. When an Olympic athlete is training and they're getting ready to go to the Olympics, do they think about the goal some of the time? Or like they go a week without thinking about winning the goal? No. They are eating, sleeping every day, doing something to get the goal. That's all they think about. Nothing else matters. Every single hour of the day, every single minute, it's about getting the goal. Why would you want to do that? Well, there's a certain kind of power in having this kind of obsessive mentality, or this obsessive approach. Is when you're faced with obstacles, you'll shake them off quickly and you move on. And that will bring me on to my second Cat Williams quote. And he says, when failure goes bam and slams you in the face, you look up and you say, that's it. And then you move on. My friends, remember to click like on the video below, and while you're down there, click subscribe to the channel so you get the latest video as soon as it's published. In the description below, you find a link to my website, KarinaWisdom.com. Jump over there and you see my daily did sheet for day 38 of the journey. Thank you again for tuning in to this video. This is Karina from KarinaWisdom.com signing off. Boom.